for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Hey everybody, welcome to Golden Guys. I'm still trying to get the hang of this after 2 years. Voltron is here. Very happy to have you all here. I think we're on 2 years. We're coming close to it. I think we've been doing this a while now.
It's crazy. It feels like we've been doing it for like 4 months.
I know. Even during COVID. I'm having a good time with everybody here. Great to have everybody here. I'm going to introduce everybody. First, I'm going to start with the man over here to the left, the great one. Introduce us all, Mr. Legend.
Man, this is the great legend, and I'm coming at you live. We're in the hottest show on Tuesday night, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. You're ever going to be, is you're going to be seen here on Golden Guys, where we get the best in the Golden Age comics, bring them together, let them talk the knowledge, and they're giving it to you with my main man, JD, the host with the most. The producer behind the scenes in Hall E, because that's the place to be. Next up, we got the man that defined the dark, the D, the dark age, the DA, golden age, horror pre-code. He's got all the codes because he owns the fucking phone book. And I'm talking DS Comics is in the house. And man, we got one of the best Voltron loving, loves his robots, Japanese enemies, whatever you want to call it. Man, Voltron in the house, Michael, Knights of Old. Hey, representing R2D2, man. Man, that's R2 wants it back to you, JD.
No, very good. I don't know if you got a chance. Disney Plus has put out this new, like, kind of a documentary series, and the first one was about the Japanese Spider-Man, and it was amazing. And I did watch it in like 2002, or no, way sooner than that, maybe 2010. I did see it, and I liked it. I thought it was cool, but the stories behind it are just amazing. So I'm very happy to have everybody here. We'll do a little show and tell, then we'll introduce the chat, and then we'll go to the topic. But yep, there you go. It's one of the best, and how they made it, and literally a shoestring budget. How they did it was great. It was just phenomenal. But I guess we'll do a show and tell. Anybody have anything they want to show? Off anything new, exciting?
Hey, I got some stuff to show.
That's what I want to hear. Legend, lead us off in this one.
So a while back, I sent some books back to CGC to get reholdered. And today, I'm going to show you 3 of those out of the 4. If you want to see that 4th one, which was a Don and Maggie Thompson pedigree like you never seen before, you better go check my previous video for that sweet-ass 9.4. Pedigree. Black Label, man, coming at you live. Strange Tales, I want to say 102, but it's the first appearance of the Wizard. Classic Wizard. I also have a Paste Pot Pete. It ain't Pedigree, but Pete.
104.
Pete's good, you know. But I got this one. I wanted to get a re-label on this because I had a conserved grade comic, Gen 2 CGC label, where conserved was a purple little logo on the top. But this one here is a gray or a silver, and it's conserved grade. And it is a 7.0 Captain Marvel Adventures #2. It came back a 7. Thank goodness, you know, I sent it off. You never know if they're going to change it. You know, it's kind of like when you think you know the grades, boy, that CGC's changing them because they got Roddy Piper working there, JD.
It's got that cool silver foil logo, too, on that one, right?
Yeah, it's this one. Oh, well, on the pedigree. The pedigree.
No, I mean, on the book itself. Isn't that a silver foil logo, like a silver foil logo? The square there?
You know what? It's kind of gray looking. I don't know.
It would shine.
Yeah, I think it used to have a reflective quality to it.
Yeah, I think that used to be a silver foil. That and the silver streaks were like the only ones that had it.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this one here now. They did a good job on this. I got this from mycomicshop.com, but the original case was all scratched up to balls, man. So I got a new case for it. The beautiful Marvel Family Comics.
Uncle
Number
Dudley.
2, 7.5. You got Dudley in the background wailing away on them keys, man. Those keys.
What are they singing?
They're singing Marvel's here, Marvel's there, Marvel's everywhere. You know, they love it, man. They're all singing in the Rock of Eternity. There ain't no better place they can be except for Holly at mainframecomiccon.com. And then the one that I was always kind of frisky about, there was a misspelling on this label originally. They had a tape. It said tape on interior cover and interior, but they said tape on, and then it just said the letter N, then interior. So they totally screwed up the spelling. But I got a one with a proper spelling. And it's a 4.0 Master Comics 21, first part of the trilogy story of the Captain Marvel Jr. And of course, we got the evil Captain Nazi. They even got rid of that little speck of dust and some of that crap. You know, some of that dust that was in there. I don't know where that dude must have lived. I don't know if he didn't put his books in the Mylars, but
Captain Nazi? I think he lived in Germany.
Well, yeah, probably some freaking German. But yeah, I got that one back. And like I said, if you want to see the pedigree, you'd have to go back and watch my last video that I put up and check some of that stuff, man. What did y'all get? What's some of the other good stuff we got going on here?
Well, I've been looking. I was going to look at this just real quick on the inside. Got a second?
Yeah.
Is that number 1?
Oh, Marvel.
No, not number 1. It's number. What is this number? Hold on. Let me get my gloves on.
It would be a month and a date, a month and a year.
Get my gloves on.
For a pulp?
You don't need gloves for pulps.
You don't need gloves for pulps.
This guy needs gloves for pulps.
You guys, I mean, you got to be careful with this stuff. It's old.
Mint condition.
All right, let's see. So we got.
I love it.
I did want to see. So this is from August 1939. Believe it or not, that is, and the thing is like falling apart. Let's see.
Of course.
But there's some neat. Just going through a couple. Jack Binder. I feel like we've mentioned him before, but it's got some cool artwork on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about pulps is if you look at the artwork inside, it's sometimes by people you have no idea, but it usually is so eye-catching. It's amazing.
I think Jack Binder did some good Golden Age comic covers, maybe for Silver Streak or Super Mystery or something like that.
And we got Paul. It just says Paul. So it's the return of Paul, guys.
Whoa. What's he doing back?
And we got Paul wasn't the Marvel one. Paul.
Yeah,
that's right.
I thought he was talking about show me the scar, Paul. Gone too soon.
Another Paul.
Nice.
Dust. Lord Arthur Eichbach.
What's your
He also did a very short run in the early golden age of a comic book title called Super World Comics. I think it only had 2 or 3 issues, and he did the covers for those.
Dang, nice.
Look at that. They make it really look like you could buy a gun for $6.95.
Dude, those are the days. Those are the days, man.
Yeah.
Double action revolver made from finest materials. It costs $12 elsewhere. I mean, brand new, powerful, 3 to 6 inch nickel or blue, cartridges free. I mean,
they get you on those cartridges. Whenever you run out of ammo, that's where they get you. It's kind of like today's printers were yesterday revolvers, man. You know.
I mean, is that not
get you on the refills?
Isn't it auto binder?
Right?
Wasn't it auto binder?
Well, there was 2. There was Jack Binder and an auto binder.
Yeah, I know auto binder. He did a
auto binder's your good old Fawcett boy.
$95 for in 1939 was like a couple $100. So that's probably a legit gun for a couple $100.
And look at this, closing out on automatics. 8-shot 32 caliber, $7.95.
Nice.
Pretty wild. I heard you could get a monkeys and stuff, but I haven't seen that before.
Nice.
Anyway, it's a cool cover. I love this.
Man, you can't beat a good pulp, dude.
And this was made by Mr. Goodman, published by Mr. Goodman. So if this was August 39, so that's right around when this bad boy came out.
Yep.
Timely.
With my facsimile cover, but the real.
Dude, that is freaking cool, man. Oh my God, that's so cool.
Right next to another great,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
Of course, you need the story.
It's a real good pair, I think, you know.
I think that I think they have to be framed together.
All right.
Very cool. Yes, did you have anything new you picked up? Anything come in the mail?
No, I just went back in my time machine to being 30 years old again.
Good
And
for you, yeah.
that's it. I don't have anything. I sent a bunch of stuff off to CGC, and I was going to go to a con locally, but after they re-locked down everything everywhere, they canceled that con. And I was probably going to – I showed Knights. There was I still may buy it, but I was going to try to work out a deal at that con on that dealer that had it. But it's a Marvel Mystery 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really nice copy. Still is a really nice copy, but I'll have to get in touch with that dealer some other time. But my plan was to go there and try to work out a deal on that book. It was like a nice mid-grade Marvel Mystery 12. It's a Kirby cover with the angel on it. And, yeah, it's cool. So I missed out on that. So I don't really have anything to show.
Nice. I received a book as a gift, and wow, this is a hardcover. Came out a couple of years ago. It is 80 portraits of the pioneering legends of American comics. Now, everybody's in here, from the great Joe Simon, with a story next to each one. 83 of them, and I'll just show a few that I highlighted here. First off,
Lou Fine.
I'll bring up Lou Fine.
PC Beck right there.
There he is here. And
Comics
here,
number 2,
and
man.
it's something here I didn't know. I thought I heard the story, and I think you might have told me the story. I don't know. But do you know the influence of how Captain Marvel looked was based on a famous actor? And do you know who that actor was?
Yeah, hold on. He was on My Three Sons.
That's right. It was
Fred McMurray. Yeah,
McMurray.
Fred McMurray. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yep, that's
Fred
classic.
McMurray is actually Captain Marvel.
He did,
Here's the great Lou Fine.
Lou Fine.
There he is.
But he had, is it true he was in a wheelchair or something, right?
I didn't read this one yet. We're talking about the Spirit. Began his career writing for Eisner and Iger.
You can read about that.
Yeah, we'll read that one. And then the great Alex Schoenberg. Yeah.
They got any Mac Ray Boy in there?
Yeah, of course they do.
Damn, Mac Ray Boy.
Some LB Cole.
Oh, wow. All right.
But he was quite rotund. It's actually what they say. It says
Dolly Santa. He would make the best Santa so far.
But there's 83 of them here, and here's the great Carl Barks.
Oh, yeah. Classic Donald
Got
Duck.
a brief little description of each one, but and one of my favorites, the great Gil Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of getting on that Gil Kane thing recently, and here and there.
Still my favorite.
Wally Wood.
Ooh. Bill Everett. Come on, you got to do Bill.
Oh, I'll show you Bill.
Wow, Bill. Wow, Bill.
Well, here's Ditko first. The J.D. Salinger, according to his peers. And this book, and there's a part 2, which I haven't picked up yet because I just found this one. And Wertheim. Where's Bill Everett? I know he's here. It's actually 83 of them. And Matt Baker, Craig Fleischer, Crandall. There was Baker was in the 20s, I think. 20s, 30s.
And for those who may not know, show Matt Baker, because there might be some people in the chat or watching the replay that aren't familiar with the history associated with who Matt Baker
Yeah, the
was.
first Chinese American to.
Well, you had here's Baker.
Yep.
So perhaps the first great African American in comics, I would think, right?
I would say,
Really?
yeah, he would have been first. Maybe Al Williamson, probably number 2, right behind him, right after him. Yeah, and I know somebody recently.
And no one can draw white women as good.
Well, he said he loved drawing good girl art, and you can imagine that. And there's several women in here, obviously. I mean, you have Marie Severin and Lily Renee. I mean, she's one of the most. She was British, and did many books for years, including Sheena, Queen of the Jungle.
Oh wow!
With Matt Baker, yeah, worked hand in hand. Bill Gaines is in here. Just a great book. It tells about everybody who we love. Jack Davis.
What about the guy I love who I say inspired Wrightson, who was an EC cover artist?
Rosetta.
No.
That's Frazetta.
Well, yeah, Frazetta. But the other, he inspired Wrightson because he draws like a very wispy kind of horror stuff.
Graham Ingalls?
Ingalls, yeah. I always wondered what
he's in here. Here's your pulp guy, Howard Nostrand.
Howard Nostrand has some interior stuff in Harvey PCH.
Yep.
That is phenomenal. And I have the Chamber of Chills Collected Works edition, and I read through that from time to time. And whenever I come across a Howard Nostrand story, the art is just, it's so good. And people don't know because he didn't do a lot of covers. But he is phenomenally good. He sort of has like a Bernard Bailey style to him. He's top notch.
Graham Ingalls.
The professor.
What's the
name of that book again, JD?
This is called Heroes of the Comics by Drew Friedman. But another thing it has in here was a bibliography. So it tells me what references he used to go find out all this information, and that's mine. I actually have 2 of the books that he had in here. But yes, Mr. Barrett, Jack Kamen is in here. Joe Kubert's right here.
Everett, you got to show Everett.
All right, I'll show Everett.
Kubert looks like Mark Twain.
Yeah, but he had a lot more money.
Ogden
Whitney, another one that I don't. I talk about Ogden Whitney in a few times with Sandman and stuff. Very good.
Wow, Bill.
Jack Oliak, Frazetta, Kamen. Here's Mr. Jack Kamen himself.
How about Howard Sherman?
Howard Sherman. Let's see if we can find Howard Sherman.
I think he did every Dr. Fate cover in the Golden Age. It's him.
Harvey Kurtzman.
Kurtzman's good. He did a lot of the EC War stuff.
Bill Gaines, Al Feldstein, Johnny Craig.
What does Johnny Craig look like? I always picture him being like just like a mad scientist looking guy.
Here's Al Hollingsworth, who I mentioned earlier. He was big time on the Fawcett, and worked a lot with Jack Kirby actually. Here's we showed Graham. He goes, "Who do you want to know?" The other. Oh, here's Al Feldstein. Looks like Barney Miller here hanging out. You know.
Yeah, Johnny Craig. I want to see Johnny Craig.
Oh, Johnny Craig. That's the one. Okay.
Everett. Bill Everett.
All right, Bill Everett and it's George Evans, Bill Elder, Joe Orlando, John Severin. I mean, this is a who's who right here. And apparently there's a part 2, and I don't know who else I'd want to see. You know? I don't know. There's Dick Creeper, Dan Barry. I'm damn Basil Wolvington or Basil Wolvington.
I love that signature.
Look at that sketch. Is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Damn.
That's Bill, yeah. Where's Bill Everett?
Wow, Bill.
Walt Kelly, Carl Barks, John Stanley.
Well, 4-color 9.
Yeah. Woody Gelman.
So if you could go back in time and have a drink with one of these guys, who would you pick?
Oh, just for the stories, Wally Wood. get inside that mind. No, I guess if I had do I know their body of work yet?
Yeah, and you could tell them their whole future
Then it wouldn't be Wally Wood.
just to see what
He
happens.
shot himself. Yeah. Of all these guys, it'd be hard. It might be Lou Fine, actually. DC Beck would be another one just because of his impact.
You say you go Lou Fine, and then I'll talk to CC Beck, get a good interview, and then we'll just trade notes, dude.
Yeah, Will Eisner might be one that you'd have to probably consider. Bill Gaines. I mean, there's so many who you'd want to know, but where's Bill Everett? I know he's number 15. Okay, so he's just after Stan.
Is old Carmine in there?
Infantino's in here, yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
good
see
old
Everett.
Carmine.
Yeah.
Chris Barrett says Joe Kubert. Chris Barrett's a big Joe
showed him,
Kubert fan.
Is the great Bill Everett. Bill Everett, if you don't know, Bill died at only 54 years old, you know? So I kind of think this is a 70s Bill Everett. This is probably just before he passed, considering he's drawing X-Men. Yeah, I mean, God, you know, Carl Burgess and him. Here's Carl Burgess on the next page.
The
Carl
prime
Burgess on the next page.
right here.
Yeah.
Everett would always get in trouble for drinking too much and not
that's what it was, yeah.
crap from his bosses.
They didn't really get in. They just got into it, and they said they literally said that he drank himself and smoked himself to death. So. And then there's guys I wasn't really that familiar with. Morton Meskin was a big DC guy. Did Sheena, did a lot of pencils, and never got anything in there. Some Sid Shores.
Yes.
Yeah, I showed you that one doesn't come up often. I've shown you a couple of those, but you're looking for a good grade one. They're tough, man. They're tough. And I'll tell you that Atom Age Submariner run has really picked up in price too. It's very high demand. I see those going for they're pretty good price.
Carmine
out there.
Oh yeah, Carmine Infantino.
Yeah, but this is a great book. I can't wait to get the second volume of this. I mean, it's a book it's great. I mean, I thank my friend Sean very much for finding this. He went to a little book fair and he said, "Hey, I found this book. I don't know anybody in it other than Stan Lee, and I think I know Jack Kirby. That sounds familiar." I'm like, "Yeah." And then I look at everybody else on the list, and it's Max Gaines, Harry Chesler, Sheldon Mayer, Craig Plessel, Iger, Eisner, Schuster, Siegel, Kane, Finger, Martin Goodman, Simon, Kirby, Lee, Everett, Burgess, Robinson, George Rousseau, John Goldwater, Montana, Liv Gleason, and that's only the first 20 of 83. Great stuff. I mean, good book. Very happy to have it. Good to go. Before I get to the chat, did anybody know what sold for $1.5 million like we said it would on this show?
Tech
On
27.
this show, we set the bar at $1.5 million, and it did sell for our price, $1.5 million.
Yeah, I think that was a strong price, but based on the market and the caliber of that copy of that book, I don't feel like a lot of people were surprised it went that high, but just in awe of seeing a comic book worth that much. I don't think anybody was surprised to see it, and some people even predicted a little higher, but to actually see it come to fruition when we all knew it's going to be up there, and then it's just awe-inspiring to see a book of that caliber. Not that it's a Tech 27, but that's a Tech 27 in a 7.0 that nobody has seen on the market, anything like it in a decade. And it's just awe-inspiring to even see that and to think about somebody laying out that money for that book and to see it come up for market and who had it and who put it up for auction and the people that handled it. Yeah, really, really cool to see that go for a big price.
Yeah,
That's exactly how I feel when I hold that Wiz Comics #2, Knights of Old.
Yeah.
You know the one. Gangway for Captain Marvel. Damn.
Fred
Same
McMurray.
level, Legend. That's the same level, just not the same price level, but that's right there,
True.
man.
Yeah,
True
I mean,
that,
we
man.
joke
Yeah,
about
man.
the
Batman,
mean,
man. Peace
we
for
talk
life.
about the top 10 books of the Golden Age,
Mm-hmm.
and we separate pre-war, post-war. Automatically, you have to.
Sure.
And pre-war, I mean, Action 1, Tech 27, Marvel 1. This is where everybody debates for whether it's Superman 1, Batman 1, or Wiz 2. And Wiz 2 is Wiz 1, but Wiz 2 is up there. Or Cap 1. I mean, they're all up there for number 4. But it's, if not 4, then they're 5, 6, and 7. And then, the problem, everybody's like, what about Wonder Woman? I'm like, I'm not going to put an All-Star 8 up there.
Well, there's another book. Speaking of Tech 27, there is a bunch of fervor out there in comic land about a book that is now the next massive book coming up is for Heritage. They have scored a Batman 1 in a 9.4 pages. It's not a pedigree copy. It's just a straight up 9.4 white pages, single highest graded copy of Batman 1. And, people have been speculating already. It's not even, the auction's not even opened yet, but how much is that going to go for? And some people are saying, I've heard some people say, 6 to 7 million. Other people are saying 3 million or 5 million or 2 million. Now that's a tough one to guess because, if you have an Action 1 or a Tech 27, that's it. That's the top of the list. It's going to go for over $1 million. But then you have a Batman 1. It's not the first Batman, but it's a Batman 1. And it's such a massive grade, highest graded copy, 9.4 white pages. I mean, I could, if it goes for 1.5, I would say, yeah, well, that's as good as a Tech 27 and 7.0. If it goes for a little less, I could say, well, it's not a Tech 27. If it goes for 3 or 4 million, I would be surprised, but highest graded copy of a Batman 1, that's special. So I don't know. What do you guys think value on that will be?
A 9. Okay. A 9.0 Action 1 sold for 3 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I can't see it breaking that in any way. I do see it breaking 1 million and maybe close to that 1.25 to 1.5. I don't think it should. It may go higher. And Heritage, Randy, if you're watching, I'm not knocking it from any way. It's just there's a decent amount of Batman 1s out there. None in that grade, I agree. But there are a lot more Batman 1s than there are Superman 1s.
Yeah, there's 122 blues on the census.
Yeah.
9.4 the highest. Then there's 192, 190, 385s, 580s, and so forth. And there's a handful in each grade. And then when you get down to 4.0 and below, there's quite a few. I mean,
what's the highest?
Pretty cool.
This is the highest grade ever of Batman.
Highest grade ever is a 9.4. There's not even the highest restored is a 9.2. There's 6 restored 9.2s.
But I kind of bring that up. I also use that argument with Marvel 1. What did Marvel 1 sell for? 1.1?
Something like that. It was just over 1, yeah.
Yeah. That is
Was it the
by
highest?
far the highest grade of that. That highest grade one was 2 or 3 grade points higher than the next closest one. Now, do I think is it a absolute iconic book? Yes. I just think there are more of those than I think, and from a collector standpoint, I see people bidding for it. Whoever's buying that is buying it for the power of it, less than for the grade of it than it is.
It's got to at least be $1 million.
Yeah, it's $1 million. I think it's going to break $1 million and be the highest price ever for a Batman 1, no questions asked. But maybe it breaks 1.5 million. I would argue that what if a Tech 31 came out of the same grade?
But what is the highest amount ever spent for a comic public.
$3 million for Action 1.
Yeah, and that was what, a 9.0?
I don't see it doing that.
9.0 Blue Label.
Well, yeah, you would say it wouldn't do that, but
And again, yeah.
it's
If
not.
recently,
It's not. It doesn't follow logically with other book markets where 2 years ago it sold for this, so now it must be higher. Or, I mean, the books at that level. I mean, who knows? I saw a startling 49 in a 9.6 sold for 30 grand, and the one before that had sold for 90 grand.
Well, what was the highest,
So
the next highest public sale of a Batman? Like the, the last recorded 9 point whatever something. I mean, it's got to be up there. And how long ago was that?
Well, I'll look on Heritage since I'm already on there.
yeah.
Well, can you share my screen real quick, JD? I just want to show
Sure
one
can.
thing.
Here we go.
When it comes to the highest graded, prices could get out of hand quickly. As you can
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
see.
But, wait, no, but let's not forget the Werewolf by Night, number 32, that sold for 50,000 11 months ago.
I mean,
that
come on. You get a 9.6 book of this, and you can't tell the difference really, and it would probably be like 20 grand, not 83.
And my also argument, no offense to any grading companies, is when it gets to that level of the 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, I tend to see a lot of higher grades given to harder to find books. Maybe that's taken into account. I don't know. It shouldn't. A 9.8 of an Action 1 should be the same as a 9.8 of a Venom, whatever came out last week. I just kind of think that's the way things should be. I will say this: the book that I'm interested in,
I'm trying to go for this.
31. I think if there's a 9.4 Tech 31.
Are you going for this?
Oh, it's that. Pieces of an Action 1 that fell off. Look at that.
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
That's ridiculous.
I mean,
And the bid is at $134, $129.
I got a whole box of that over here if you want
Includes
it.
the
I hope
Well, I'll tell you,
I
if
have
it
a box
includes
of
the
pulp
staple,
scraps if you want it.
That's worth it now for the staple, honestly. Because if you have a book from that era that's missing a staple or you need to replace it, they're not the easiest things to come by. And that's worth it for the staple, honestly.
It's not like there's a serial number on that staple that says Action 1.
No,
Big shout out to Bob World.
Action
Bob
3
World.
missing a bottom staple or with a completely rusted out bottom staple. You buy this bag, you throw all the paper out, and then you use that staple, you put it in your Action 3, bang, brand new error correct staple in your Action 3. Adds a lot. $29.
That friend you have who when they find out, or you think this is their reaction when they find out you spend X amount of money on a comic book, this is how they view your comic book. You spend how much on paper?
Well, let's see. You got the staple that has value. That looks like at least a 3 mil bag, so that's got some value there. That bag is brand new and it's a thick one.
There are other things that could fit in that bag that could sell for higher. Let's be honest.
Yeah, this could get you arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Batman 1, the last one that sold on Heritage that was comparable was a 9.2 that sold in 2013. So 7 years ago, a 9.2 sold for $567,000.
Okay.
So that's 7 years ago. A slightly lesser grade went for $500,000. So I don't know how that relates really, but there it is.
It'll be interesting.
How long ago did you say?
2013.
Okay.
That's before the market started moving up.
I'd say it's $1 million at least.
The Mile High Batman 1, I kind of thought was owned by Nick Cage, right? Was that the Superman one?
Didn't he sell it?
I don't know. There's something Nick Cage had that was pretty. Oh,
I heard Nick Cage sold most of his collection off because he had been robbed a couple times, and he just thought it wasn't worth the risk to his family of having people target his house or his place, whatever. So he sold most of his collection off. I don't know how much he kept or what, but
I know. Was that a Sandman Adventure 40?
Yeah, you want to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you want to see any of these things.
Yeah, that Sandman looked interesting. What grade was that?
so right now we're looking at the current Connect auction, which just opened a few days ago.
Yeah, look at that one. This is just.
I've never done the Comic Connect auctions. Are they pretty good, DS?
Yeah, they're good. They have good books. They have no buyer's premium, and it takes 3 months to ship the books out. So
okay, well, damn.
If you want a book this year, then go for it.
I'll have to look
Did
into
you
that.
say they took a while? They take a while to send your book.
Yeah, I mean the last one I won was this one, and it took 75 days and 2 emails to get it shipped out.
Is that 105?
Yeah,
I love that book.
me too. Thanks.
Yeah,
A good one. You don't see
You know
this.
what's not good is that big ass sticker on the back, dude. Dude, peeling away that would suck.
This one's even bigger than the C-Link sticker.
Yeah, DS, I see it, man. Damn, that's a big old sucker.
You just take a hair dryer to that a little bit and peel it up a little bit at a time.
Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I've given up. I'm not fighting the stickers anymore.
First
Hey,
hour,
I removed a sticker from Comic Link, and it came up rather well. You know, I didn't have to do any of the heat gimmicks or Goo Gone or nothing, but I had to be real slow removing it. You know, slow
that's
and
really
steady.
nice.
you don't see that.
No, you don't see. No, that's the thing about Adventure Comics is some of them are a lot. Oh, thank you, Chris Barrett. I have seen. Well, I know a local guy here has a Batman one in a 5.0, or I think it's a 5.0. He's got a Batman 5.0. He's had that book for a long time. That's First Spectre right there.
Weren't you looking for one of these?
I'm not. I'm looking for a Showcase 60.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
I think I have that one in a low grade somewhere sitting back here.
No.
Those are good. Most of those are Jim Faro covers.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good title, actually, and it's got good stuff inside.
Showcase 60 being Spectre's first Silver Age appearance.
Yeah, there's a couple I like. I like Solomon Grundy and Spectre. I would like a Showcase 55 and a Showcase 60. But
If
I
I
want
get my Showcase
copies.
55 graded, I'll let you know. Yes, I'm going to get it graded. I personally don't see it's too deep a purple for me. I mean, I'm going to get it graded just to make sure. If it is color touched, I don't really care. I can't find it on the inside cover. It just every time I compare it to another cover, it's not a wrap. It's not like it's digitized in any way. It's just too clean of a cover for me that I shouldn't have paid $50 for that book. You know, it's just bizarre.
Ooh, 8.5. Nice.
That's cute. That's the book that we talk about quite a bit. All select number one.
Yeah, so that should go for 40 or 50 grand, right?
Yeah. This is the that's my favorite timely.
At least 30, I would hope.
You know, that outside of a Cap one and Marvel one and all
I don't
that.
know. You know, once things get up in the 30s and whatnot, I have no idea, man. I don't know these kind of people.
Nick Cage, the actor, yes, yeah.
Yeah, there's not too many timelies that are really on my list outside of like dark cover art, but I do like that all select. It's sort of a different color scheme. But I don't like it that much to pay that much money for one.
Right. Good call.
It's a good one here.
That's funny.
I used to have one, and I wish I still had one.
That's that CBCS label. I like that too.
It's another great one without the their little boy helpers.
Yeah, there's no sidekick alley.
What y'all think about old CBCS? Does it affect the way you look at comics, and does it affect the way you buy comics?
I personally keep them even. I think they're both even. I like them both. I think they both I mean, A and 1A. I mean, it's not the other company, which we don't mention. We don't even think about that other company. I won't buy one of those other companies because I'm afraid if I buy a 9.0 Golden Age book like there, I'm going to get back a 1.8 restored. You know, I just don't trust that company.
I feel like
I personally bought a book that was in the other company's label, cracked it open and got it, and had it clean and pressed by them, and got back a 4.0 purple label after I got a 6.0 blue. And I showed it, and you all know it's a Avengers number 4.
God damn.
Yeah,
Those bastards.
So this thing, so there was a time not that long ago when you saw this centerfold detached, and then you were like, sweet, I am going to bid on this, and I'm going to get a bargain.
not anymore.
But now, yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Comic Connect is a Metropolis Comics and the group. They have a great set of books. They do a really good job of acquiring great books. Shipping is tedious with them a little bit. I know I personally had to wait 45 days after I called.
I've had one of those before.
If you pester them and you spend a good amount, they'll split up.
Yeah, I mean, look, the shipping is not ideal, but I don't. That's not going to stop me from bidding on there.
Right. I still looking at. I still love this book. I mean, it's just one of those that if you want one with the all three, that's the best book.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's the best book with all three of them.
Connect does some weird stuff though. They have their featured auctions is pretty much all they have. I know sometimes they're called monthly auctions, but they just pretty much have a string of featured auctions. And you never know when the next one is going to start, pretty much until it does. You know what I mean? They just start it, and it could be in the middle of the month. They don't. It's not like Heritage and Comic Link advertise the upcoming auctions.
Right.
Connect just one day they'll just start an auction, and in between that, sometimes they'll have other auctions that have nothing but Drek in them, literally like coverless Bronze Age stuff and just crap that sells for $2. It's like a crap auction, and it's like in between these, and they don't really advertise it, but I've watched some of them, and some of the biggest books they'll have will be like a Secret Wars 8 and a 9.6. I mean, nothing really big on those auctions, and then they do these huge auctions, and you don't know when they're going to start. They just all of a sudden drop these auctions on you, and they have really good stuff.
And to add on that, you don't know if they're going to
books.
And I apologize, yes, but not only do you not know when they're going to start, you really don't know when they're going to end either.
Yeah, they're like 30-day auctions.
Yeah, they're 30-day, and then it keeps going till someone stops bidding.
Yeah. Well, at the end, Comic Link and eBay, you can snipe at the last second. It runs down, time runs down the last few seconds, and it ends. And if you get your bid in right before the last second, the highest you win. On Heritage, they have a 5-second countdown. So if there's no other bids for a minute, they'll do a 5-second countdown, and it ends. On Connect, when it gets within 3 minutes, if there's another bid, they add 3 more minutes on.
Yep.
3 minutes. So there's a 3-minute countdown every time the bid goes up. And sometimes on big books, you got phone bidders and people thinking about it. It's a big decision.
Oh, yeah.
The book will go on well past the ending time for 3-minute chunks over and over and over and over, and it'll just keep going. But the one good thing about that is they get full value on the books, and you don't have to worry about getting sniped. If you're willing to pay a certain amount and nobody else is, you'll win it, and you don't have to worry about getting sniped at the last second. So it's just a different format. It's all right. I like to have a variety of formats out there in the auctions.
I went on a book for almost a half an hour since when it should have ended.
Yeah,
we kept.
Yeah,
You start, at 3 minutes, you could think of a lot of things. You're like, I could sell this, I could sell that, I could sell this. All right, yeah.
Let's see this All-Star Comics number 3 label up. Let's see what all the work's done here.
It's got an appearance of one of DS's favorites, little things right here.
Little doctor.
The
see-through.
these rings here.
Yeah, the new rings.
Yeah.
Trimmed, okay, from John Burke. Pieces of, yeah, dude. Who cares? Beautiful freaking book. What's that going for right now?
A lot. I would agree with you, except for the pieces added.
How about
Well,
this?
I mean, the bottom
5K? I'd go 5K maybe. What? Well, 2,000. All right.
Isn't the bottom edge trimmed on that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah,
Did it say pieces added?
So what? Who?
No pieces added, right?
Yeah, there is pieces added.
I'm out.
That's what gets me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. I know, and everyone has their deals, but I mean, it's awesome, dude. It's like the Declaration of Independence. Do you want a good copy, or do you want like the shitty copy that Hancock wrote hard on and kind of fucked up the bottom of the parchment? So it's not 9/8, but it's like maybe 9/0 for a old Declaration of Independence copy. I don't know, man. I'd take it any way I could get it.
First,
I hear you. I think
First Justice Society is a great book line.
I just did my last. I'm not doing this anymore. I had a book with color touch, and I had the knife out just the other day, and I was scraping off the paper to get the color touch, and it's right on the corner, and the corner's a little jacked, and the color touch goes all the way through. So the paper, I had to like. I don't like leaving it, and I don't like scraping the paper off, and I'm done with it. I'm not doing that anymore. Anybody
screw that shit,
out there that want to buy color touch books and crack them out and remove the color touch. Man, you got to scrape paper off, and I've done it a few times. And last one I did a couple days ago. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. It's not fun. I'm done with it. I'm not in favor of that anymore.
That's why they need to tell you where it is.
Would you consider sending it in the CCCS?
I wouldn't. You just try. Yeah, you try and get me fired up. You know I wouldn't.
Oh man, I feel you. When I had 2 copies of Showcase 22, man, the first Hal Jordan, I had 2 copies of this book at one time. Just one of them was a classic F up. You know, I just thought I wasn't gonna win it, and I'd already bought one, and I was in the lead for this other one. I thought I wasn't gonna win it, and I actually won it. And I was like, well, shit. So I just had to buy 2 copies. You know what I'm saying? But one of them had color touch added, so some dummy tried to do some color touching on I guess the blacks of it, and then so I sent it into the CCS people over there at CGC, and they scraped the color touch away, and I was able to get, before it was a 5.5 purple label, and then when they removed the color touch, it was a 4.5 blue label.
That's not bad.
I did pretty damn good on that one, but that's the only time I've ever had that kind of problem.
Well,
and I would never look to buy a book with color touch, because wait a little bit and get a book that doesn't have color touch.
Well, you got to find out what color touch it is, and that's the unfortunate thing about these labels. You don't know, because for me, if I could talk to a dealer and he's like, yeah, that Showcase 4 has a little color touch, and I'm like, well, what is it? And he's like, it's a dot of black Sharpie right here in the corner. Done. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
No brainer.
Well, another thing
Is there a way to support this by Golden Age? Because we're going to get hit with all the Spider-Man bullshit soon.
Yeah, so they will put there.
Can you sort?
Small amount of color touch, but
I don't know how they do it on there. This is the new style. The old
I tried. I looked, but I couldn't. Let me look up again.
Oh wait, Golden Age, is there? What's December 17th? Is it alphabetical?
Yeah, that's another thing with the Connect auctions.
Oh, but wait a minute! Holy crap! I just saw that picture though. Oh
no, they break it. It's alphabetical order, so they have like A through F is session 1, and then G through L is session 2. It's all mixed together. It's not like Comic Link where it's Golden Age. It's all mixed in together. That's another thing I don't like about Connect.
Yeah,
you gotta scroll through every single page to check out the books, and there's a lot.
And one thing about that extended bidding that really blows. So say you're watching like 2 items, and they're like, I don't know, maybe 20 apart, but you start bidding on one of them, the first one, you could be still bidding and paying attention to that, and then totally lose track of your second book because that stuff keeps going. Like
Yeah.
they keep going. So
That
you'll
happened to
totally
me on
miss your
artwork.
second book. That's not
That
really
happened to me on artwork where I was like, okay, I'm high bidder on this one. I'll probably win this one. And it was 2 back-to-back Buscema pieces. And I missed out on the piece I really wanted, which went for less than what my high was, just by overbidding, and still lost my chance on the other piece. I'd rather have had the other Buscema piece. And I don't know.
Yeah,
I get
there's some issues, I think, but the quality of the books that Connect gets is awesome.
That's what I wanted to say.
I always.
Oh my god, I like
that
it.
one.
That is a good one.
I haven't seen one offered in a long time.
The 9-0.
I'm guessing then all these scratches are on the case.
It's high res pictures, yeah. It's an old label, right? Looks like an old book. Yeah. Nova Scotia pedigree too, by the way.
Man, what they do with the case here? Look at that. That's all scratched up.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah, that's one of those Series 2 cases, so that's seen some better days.
Look at that. That is just awesome. Holy.
Yeah.
You gonna put a bid in?
No, 9.0. I mean, that says nope.
Yeah, it'd be 25 grand.
NOPE.
No, wow, it's already that much. Okay, I'm out.
Pedigree,
I'm done.
Bernard Bailey
I'll
himself.
have to try to find a purple label of that one.
Yeah.
I'd take just the cover.
You'll take a bag full of scraps from that page.
I'll take a staple of that one. Holy. Oh man. Well, I mean, yeah, this kind of blows. I don't want to look through like Miss Marvel and all this.
I'll show you. You want to see my watch list?
Yeah, you're allowed to watch. It's gonna be fun.
My watch list is all Golden Age.
Go for it.
It's not going to have a Batman 1's not going to be on there because I'm not. Let me log in.
Let's see if I could do any kind of searching while you do that.
In the meantime, I want a little shout out to the chat. Let's bring that chat up here. Oh, I got time here. Legend, how do I do this? Do I do it? Let me see how I do. Chris Barrett's here. Great having him here as always. Great having him here.
Barrett.
Jambo loves the Jumbo, loves his fiction house. Great having him here. Ricky Marstedt, great having him here. Remember, if you're not first, you're last, according to him, and he was first, so I should have said him first. I do apologize. DS Knights, myself, and everybody else here. Mr. Gretzky, great having you here. I'll show you some Wonder Woman stuff, but that we got there, some Archies. What else we got? Stream Elements. The bot is running. Konnichiwa
in the house too.
Konnichiwa and Ken
Titus. Konnichiwa.
Has he ever said anything except greetings from Japan?
Yeah, he talks.
Okay, I just wondered.
Yeah. Anthony Purdue, always great having him here. AC Hollingsworth, Jimmy Thompson, DC Roman. Yep. Great. One of our great info sources we have here on the Golden Guys. Excellent. Bob World, we mentioned him, but we always mention him again. Great.
Yeah, Bob World.
Thanks very much for your openings, and just keep up your great friendship and everything else. Very good. Vancouver Comic Junkies here. Very good. Wants to know who has got that Batman one.
Classic cap.
Cap one.
Cap. There it is. 5-0. Purple.
Oh,
That's not bad.
Okay, show me that one.
How much did that purple one you like go for?
What did that 8.5 restored one go
that
for in
fucking
the
sticker,
auction?
Yes. That sticker.
Do we know? What did that 8.5? Oh, that's a apparent
Illustration. Yeah, something. Yeah, reinforced staples, pieces added, colored touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
Frankenstein.
Expensive, but it's a professional graded one.
Is it?
Yeah.
It had an A on there? Okay.
Yeah, it's the extensive P. This is the second gen purple label, so it's not as it doesn't have the A yet. Like
it doesn't have the A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but still the professional restoration. Good God, what a beautiful book right there too. What was it? 5.0, 5.5?
There was an 8.5
5.0.
in the Comic Link auction that was restored that I thought was a better book than the 5.0 Blue Label.
How much is it going for? 15K?
I don't know what it was. Fish Tropic. Fish Tropic. Yeah, good having you here.
Wasn't that was that Heritage or was that Link? Comic Link.
Oh, it was Comic Link. That's who.
Oh man, and that's the one you can't really search, right?
Right. That's when you
Well,
can't.
you can search for stuff that just ended, but if you wait too long, you can't find it.
I bet you. Well, if I go by highest bid, right?
Yeah, you can still look up the auction results on that.
Let me see.
But within a couple weeks, you won't be able to. It's sold for 55,000. Oh no, it's got 6 days left. 55,000.
Oh, really? The 8.5?
Oh wait, is it? No, this one's not restored though.
There was one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was,
professional restoration includes cover cleaned.
yeah, I said that's the only problem with that, and the cap because the cap the 5.5 is going for 110.
Yeah, it's an 8.5 white, cover cleaned. 6 days to go. It's at 55,000.
Great book.
There's a nice 3.5 DS, still cheap.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Oh, minimum $5,000. Okay.
I'll show you my watch list if you guys want to see them.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. I got one on Comic Link and I got a Comic Connect. I might not show you all of them because I don't want to give away all my secrets, but
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm thinking. Dude. I would never be showing people my watch list.
no, I mean, I'll watch a lot of stuff just to keep up on the market. I have no intention of bidding on, but this is my Connect watch list. So we already saw that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The 8.5. Then the next one I have is this
Solomon Grundy.
All-Star 33, a nice 6.0 off-white. And the current bid on this is
35. What?
well, it's got 20 days to go.
Okay.
So I mean, it's got 3 weeks, but it's at 467.
Sold oneself on the boards for like not the boards. The was it Instagram? One of those quick little things they had on Instagram. Teddy Superworlds thing. Buster Crab. Nice.
Now I can't tell if it's the photo or the slab or the book, but it looks really like dingy. That's supposed to be really bright blue. I don't know if it's the photo or it's that slab or what, but 7.5 is a high grade copy on that. And current bid, 3 weeks to go.
Go nuts.
$16. That's a cool short cover. Here's a pretty big book.
Yep. Look at that.
The robot cover. It's an LB Cole cover. It's a sci-fi. It's a black cover, and it's a 6.0 off-white to white. I think this will probably sell in the 75 range, but the current bid is $200. So it's got 3 weeks to go. Here's a good one. This is a really early one. Exciting Comics 5.
I haven't seen that book.
Yeah, it doesn't show up too often. I've seen a couple of them. I think it's a Max Plasted cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Max Plasted cover. And the current bid on this one, again, 3 weeks to go, but it's $21.
Nice.
Probably a $4,000 or $5,000 book, I would think.
Nice.
Exciting 25. This is a nice one. This doesn't say who's the cover artist, but Exciting 25. It has a 9.0 white pager. Actually, is that the Mile High? Yeah, Mile High copy.
Oh, it's a Mile High.
Wow.
Oh, and it also says it's from the collection of John Burke. So John Burke owned the Mile High, and that's it. 3 weeks ago, current bid 227.
Right there.
So a lot of these won't show up if you search like highest bids, obviously, because the bids on these are still low. But that's a good book. Here's a really rare 4 favorites. Current bid is $3.
$3. Well, you just spoiled a bunch of people's dreams right now, showing this.
That's badass, right?
That is awesome.
We got people thinking they're going dollar bin diving for Golden Age now.
Now it's a 1.8, but it has good page quality. But yeah, I don't know. That'll be a lot because that's a rare one. You don't see that.
Not only that, but usually those books, the last time I've seen some of those 4 favorites, they come in 4 different pieces too.
Yeah.
They fall apart really easily. Oh, I have that. Not a 9.8, but I have a pretty nice copy.
I know.
Very fine.
Y'all being
And it's a square bound, and it's a 9.8.
And it's the last Alex Schoenberg work.
No bids yet.
Dang.
So go ahead and get on that. No bids yet.
I know y'all love y'all slabs, man. Y'all have some golden age slabs you're not gonna ever part with. Y'all like slabs?
Oh, I like that.
A few.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Dude, that is a nice copy. It says 2.0, but it looks like way better, you know?
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Current bid, we have 3 weeks to go.
See? The thing is,
$6.
God, let me just say this, DS. You're giving away all your secrets. I mean, I mean, these are some excellent deals for some iconic covers, man. Oh,
is
that National Comics #1?
16.
16.
What's that? $2?
Okay.
$2.
Well, it's a 5.0 off white, which is pretty nice. Now it does have, you see on that spine side, it's got a fair amount of tanning.
Yeah.
It's pretty ugly, actually.
That dirty old foxing.
Yeah, but you know, it's a nice copy.
$12,
dude.
310.
22 days. Oh man.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of time to go. Here's one of my personal favorites, and this looks like a beautiful copy. And it has a QES sticker.
Oh. So this auction,
yep.
right before Christmas, right? So this is the like, and a present for me.
Yep. So yeah, PEP 34. That's a pretty big book. I would say that'll probably go in the 12,000 range.
Oh yeah.
It's a rare book, and that's a nice grade. There's been a couple like 3.0s and 3.5s floating around.
What was the best in the in that Comic Connect? Like, what was the big issue? Anything?
I don't know. I mean, I can't remember what's on my list. I just picked it and I haven't really looked. There's this one.
A Planet.
Planet 1.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Blue Fine.
Yeah, you need 2 of those.
Well, I have a 5.5.
I actually wanted to show that, but I was going to save that till next week because I didn't read it yet. But I did pick up.
Uh-oh.
No. I picked up another hardcover. Where did I put that? You can keep going.
This one is, this is Punch 20. So it's a Chesler book. It's a 9.0, which is insane for a Chesler. But this one is a bare-breasted cover, if you can see.
What?
Right there.
Boobs.
The girls are one girl's topless there. It's not going to focus good.
Whoops.
There you go.
I picked up
and there's one on this side.
there you go.
So it's kind of well known for that, but it's a pretty nice copy. This one I'm probably not going to bid on. I don't need this grade, but you know, Showcase 60 and a 9.6.
Beautiful.
Let's see. Golden Age. Oh, here's a nice one.
Oh, 49.
Oh, the classic.
Bender Robot, Schoenberg.
Nice 8.0.
And again, I can't tell if it's the slab or the photo or the book, but it's a little not so bright.
Now I have a question. Now that book has been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up, down, down, down. Yeah, I mean, you got to figure that's an 8.0. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
4,500, $5,000.
No, more than that. If it's 4,500, I'll buy it. You know, I would think 13 to 15,
Really?
13 to 15 grand on that probably.
God, I could have picked up a good book.
I mean, it could go for 20, but it's up and down, like you said, and it's not rare. So, you know, a 9.6 sold for 30. It's kind of
go back to me.
It'll sell for 20, but it could sell for 30. I think probably 13-ish.
I think I figured out how to sort it.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost done with my list.
Okay.
I love that dude. That's creepy guy in his ear.
Oh, I
Zip.
love that book.
MLJ.
Yeah.
We should definitely do an MLJ show.
Yeah, this is one of the better ones too. Really well drawn. And that is Charles Bureau cover.
Yep.
And current bid
$3.
$3. There's another good zip on here. It's a 2.5.
You can't buy a soup for $3.
That one's pretty good.
Solid investment, over 300%.
This one, I've seen a few of these recently, but it's the girl being cooked on a spit.
Mm.
A few of these have surfaced recently, but they're all hard to find. But oh, here's one.
You smell what the rock is cooking.
So this one is not in the auction, but I made an offer on this, and we're not even close. So it's still on my watch list, but I'm done with them.
Oh, yep.
Classic, dude. Classic. How much is that bad boy? I'll buy that bad boy right now. I'll
Yeah,
slap
I
it
think
down.
I'll take $3,000 for it, but I don't want to pay $3,000 for it. I offered him $2,000. I got a little more room. I offered him $2,000, and he's at like, I don't know, 28. I don't want to pay 28. I would go like 22, but he won't come down. So that's it.
That's screwed, dude. I mean, two's a good amount of money for that bad boy. You know,
I think $2's a fair offer, and I would go a little higher, but I don't want to pay 28. You know what I mean? That's my watch list for Comic Connect.
I did pick up Planets 1 through 4, hardcover bound.
Nice.
Yep, there's the Lufine. All 4 covers are in the back, and the interior, which I like about this book, is it has the ads in there for like all the other books that are coming out. So,
ooh,
you know,
the big boy.
Yeah, and it's good. And
JD, look at DS's camera. Show it again, DS.
You got number 1 and 2. Number 2, right?
That was number 1.
That's number 1. Yeah.
Looking at the Kings tonight. Yep.
Yeah. I can read mine, but
amen to that, man. It's all color artwork.
This one has color touch removed.
Oh, okay. There's the color touch.
The artwork on the inside, but the Buzz Crandall of the Space Patrol story is messed up. I mean, it's just
See where it's been scraped?
Yeah, it's a freaky books. The 2-headed monsters and all that stuff, and the space stories is good. But when they do the ads for in the middle, like the back page, beautiful for $1, buy this new typewriter, you know. And I heard, get a load of this, they're putting out the stories of the Heap from 42 to 48. I'm working on that one. But you get a nice little preview of what's to come in some of the future books right there. Cool. Which I like. Fiction House right here. So Jambo, you're represented.
Yeah, that's cool. I've been looking to buy that too, JD.
Yeah, these things are good. These are
one issue, and it's in plastic, so I can't read it. So I really do want to buy those. That exact one.
These are good. I mean, I found this. I could tell you exactly what I paid for it. So, well, what he wanted to sell it was 20, so I paid 10.
Nice.
Worth it. Yeah, I mean, I go to this bookstore, and anytime they get these books in, they kind of give me a buzz, and they keep them to the side. If you ever see Planet, I think it's number. It's this. Just want to show you. Look at just bizarre. You got to get this one.
I think that is number 2.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Then this one I've seen. I think didn't Gene Shortbox have a nice copy of this? The Mile High or something?
Oh, I don't know. I know Rick has a nice copy of that. Yeah. Sean does too. Pete Monster.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple. I'm not a planet collector. You know, there's guys that collect planets and they're planet collectors, and they're working on. I just want a few here and there. I want a couple of the early ones that are really outlandish, sci-fi, cool scene, and then I like number 19, which has a giant spider, and past the rivets, I would maybe pick up a couple in really. They don't have to be high grade, but the Fiction House colors, they fade really easy on the planet. So if you got to find one with really good colors. And then I don't care if it's a 4.0 or an 8.0 or 3.0 or whatever, but I want bright colors on all the planets. But I'm not in a hurry. The planets are not really that. Some of the early ones are tough, but once you get into like the 20s and up, they're out there and you can find them. And it's just a matter of finding one with good color. I don't know. I'd like to get like a 2 or a 5 or something, maybe.
Yeah.
All right,
There's
show some on me, and I got some.
And the forward on this, by the way, which is the first thing I read in here, I do like reading it because it depends on who did it. It's by the great Carmine Infantino as well.
Oh, Infantino.
So it's good.
The best.
All right. You sorted this out?
Well, I thought I did. I put Golden Age in the comment section,
And you ended up.
and I ended up with just a ton of Batman 1 stuff. But hey, that's a cool page right here. If there was one page to buy,
Of Batman 1?
yeah, it'd be this. Right?
Yeah, I think it would be that.
I mean, that's
I'd
the
pay
title.
40 bucks.
Ever Joker right there.
The first time you ever saw Joker.
And he's
And that's
right.
the great Bill Finger right there. I give him the credit for that.
Yeah.
So
We should all throw money in together and buy all the Batman 1 pages and then have Kenny put it together and make a complete Batman 1 and sell it and split the profits. That'd be a nice project, a multi-year long project to collect all the Batman 1 pages and make a complete book.
and then we got to find a cover.
Yeah, that would be
Shazam
fun.
ones, JD. There's always those Shazam ones out there.
Well, there's this Batman 1 here, this bound volume 1. Already 7K.
Mm-hmm.
Is it complete?
It looks cut up.
oh yeah, it'll be when you bind your book. I've done it. You got to give that up. Yeah.
I mean,
not
every bound book is trim though.
Yeah, but I would definitely. I mean, look, we're not going to be able to afford a Batman 1. So if you want one to get a 1 and 2 in a bound volume is super cool. I would definitely buy that.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on price, but I mean, what is that going to go for? Probably 30,000, maybe.
Yeah, 20 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's affordable, I think, for that.
That's a good price.
And never not look into those purple labels too, man. Because damn, sometimes you can get a nice purple label Batman 1 with something minor done to it, and you'll still be hanging with Joker and Catwoman.
Yeah.
So here's the buy it now Batman 1. Buy it now for
copy.
what is this? 800. What was the price? 800K. So the minute that 9 point whatever goes, I wonder how fast they'll jack this up or pull this thing.
Well, that's also the Larson copy. I can see the signature on front.
Yeah.
So that's now you get the pedigree label, but that's a pedigree copy, which are all really nice page quality. So that's 8.0 white pages.
Yeah.
A beautifully centered copy. You can see it doesn't cut off the words on the top or the bottom.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nicely centered copy and really bright yellow on that. The red
little box in here, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice copy. I like that. How straight it is.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
That's about as perfect as they come.
Is there a publisher you want?
That's better centered than that 9.4. That 9.4 is cut up top into the spring word.
Is there a publisher you guys want to check out?
How about that Fawcett Publications?
Fawcett, all right, yes.
I was going to say DS Publishing. They got that Gangsters Can't Win. And the
well.
Sorry, I was jumping up around here.
1-8.
Yeah, I've got the Marvel
We
one.
got all those. Legends saying, got it.
Marvel's Greatest #2. There's something about Marvel's Greatest #2. Maybe that. Can you click on Marvel's Greatest #2? It may be that Steamboat guy's first appearance.
This.
Yeah, that one there.
That's
Nice low bid here. It's got a nice little bit on it. What? Oh, it just says, that's all it says. Just has a little bit of all of them in there.
wait. When was this book?
42.
41 or 42.
The first is that Mac Rockboy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legend. Could this be the first time he did it?
Mm,
I always
yeah.
thought Master Comics 21 was, but
Oh, maybe you're right, Master 21.
I don't know. You know, we
This is the colors on
Oh,
this
look
look.
it up. I got it in the. It's in the.
Oh, this is a nice one. Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that where he's breaking the wing off.
Wow. I haven't seen. I had one or two of these, and they were never this red. That is amazing color.
What number is that?
What is it? 5? Yep, 5. And that is right before Pearl Harbor too.
I've got Captain Marvel Adventures 1, 2, and 3. I need to see if I don't think I have number 4.
Be an American.
He
Okay.
worked for Chesler in 1940, and then he went to Fawcett. And his first Fawcett. Boy, man, he loves his Freddie Freeman, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's the first.
Mary Marvel there.
But I'm not a real big fan of this cover. I don't know. This style just is kind of goofy.
Yeah, it's got an Americana feel to it, which is not my style, but I can see some of the appeal to that. It's got an appeal from an Americana standpoint, but it's not my cup of tea. But how
what is this? Namor?
Superman?
Oh,
Is it a Namor appearance?
Well, looks like a Dick Briefer cover. Who's the cover on that?
They drew Namor's head so triangular at the end there. That 9/4 Crowley copy.
Like a Dick Briefer Frankenstein face in the middle, right?
Yep. Mr. Triangle, he's called. So yeah, creative. Got Commando Yank. Is that one of those small comics?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, Mighty Midget.
Wow, that's not a lot of faucets.
faucets are a dying
There's 2
breed.
pages. There's another page.
A dying breed.
Oh, is it? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry. I was gonna say. See. Oh.
Whoa, hello. 1.0. Let's see. Wow, okay.
Married and brittle, but I mean, it's a nice
Still,
cover.
still good to me.
Cover won't be brittle.
Back cover married.
Yeah. Oh
All
man.
pages split and detached. Bottom staple removed.
If this were 2 years ago and the comic prices weren't so insane, I would definitely go for this. Because how else are you gonna get something like this? I mean, look at that. You put that up on the wall, no one, you won't care. You'll just
Oh yeah, I'd totally
smiling.
I'd totally grab this bad boy.
Well, you can get on Legend's good side, get in his will, and then you can outlast him. You might get a copy.
Oh yeah, he knows. He's got the Phantom Stranger and the Wiz too. All
Yeah.
got my name on the back.
Yeah.
There's nice colors there too.
Yeah, it's a good looking copy.
Is there anything really cool missing right here? This chunk out Legend? Like what's missing here?
The whole person.
A whole person and just a little bit of that yellow zap or whatever boink kind of icon there.
It's lucky the tear kind of follows the contour of the star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, he hit that damn guy, that car so hard it screwed up the binding of the book.
Something about the way this is drawn is just so great, man. I've always loved this cover.
It's a classic, dude.
I feel like there aren't too many covers where there's the character facing like inside within the book like that. It's pretty cool. So back cover married, cover split detached, bottom staple removed. Yeah, who cares? Brittle. Yeah. So well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this got up to 10.
Mm-hmm. I think
What do you
that
think?
bad boy could get up to 10.
What do you think, DS?
I mean, I don't really know the prices on this stuff, but based on the yeah, I would say it'd be. I would think 10. Yeah.
God, the movie was
I would
so
think more than
freaking
10,
good, too,
probably.
dude. That movie is probably one of my most favorite movies since the Back to the Future trilogy, man. The Shazam movie.
Forgotten Shawshank Redemption in there.
Oh yeah. Shawshank's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Shawshank, the Back to the Future trilogy, and now the Shazam movie.
What about the Three Stooges remake?
You know, I've got that movie actually on Blu-ray. You know, they did what they could. It was all right. It was just, it's like the Dark Shadows remake. They do these remakes, they're just not that good. Whoa, how about this one, number 21, Wiz Comics 21. Let's see what
Wait a
that
minute, I
is.
gotta see this faucet because I didn't think faucet was this cool. Look at that.
Yeah.
Fawcett's cool. Bullet Man.
Unknown World. That looks like a pulp.
That's probably like a Norm Saunders painted cover.
That 21 right there.
21 coming right up.
That's the first Lieutenant Marvel's comic right there. So you get Hillbilly and Tall Marvel and all those other guys. So, man.
Squadron of Justice.
Mm-hmm. That's
Billy
a nice
Bob,
3.0.
Billy Ray.
Not too shabby, you know.
21.
It really does
How
have
many
a fine
cover
roll.
artists did they have on these? Were there a lot of different cover artists on these whizzes?
I always thought most of them looked like a bunch of CC Becks, but then on the Master Comics, you always had them nice
Wait,
Mac.
go back. I think there's one there. I like. Go up one more row. What is that? Wiz Comics 25. I like that one. It's got a nice sci-fi feel to it. He's breaking the dynamo or something there.
That's the first Captain Marvel Jr. That's part 2 of that kick-ass origin of Captain Marvel Jr. trilogy.
Yeah, I like that's a cool cover, man. I like that machinery in the background, and he's like grinding up against it.
And this is the official first appearance of Captain Marvel Jr. Oh, Freddy.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's a big key. Then that's not going to be something I'll pay for then because, well, I don't know, 1172.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that'll go for, Legend?
That's a high grade, and I haven't really followed them. I've got a copy of this. I don't remember what grade I have. Maybe a 6.5, maybe a 6.0, but I don't know, man. This book here, if they would have at least waited till the next Shazam movie comes out when Freddie Freeman's going to be the Captain Marvel Jr. character a lot longer, they'd probably do better. But if they get rid of it now, 3,500. I could see this thing 3,500.
You know, it seems like he's always has his eyes closed, right?
Yep, that's how they did it back then. Like Dick Tracy, like they always look like he's got his eyes closed.
Oh no, he's got them open right here. Here we go. No mistaking for that.
Yeah, that's that classic look. I like when they do the just 2 dot look.
But look at this, even up here, it's like always, very interesting. All right, well, what about what about Fox Publishing? Check that out.
Well, there probably won't be a whole lot of good ones on there though because they sell. No, it's probably Fox Feature Syndicate.
Oh,
How about that first
I
Dan
don't know.
Garrett?
It might be the same.
oh, there we go.
How about that first Dan Garrett Blue Beetle?
This one?
That's not bad at all.
That's freaking cool, dude. Dude, look at that cover.
It says classic GGA with catfights and girls being tied up on every other page.
That's how they did it back then.
Interesting.
Good 7.5.
Oh, this one's, you don't see this one too often, I don't think, with the chains on her.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know what else? I also like that Ditko, that Silver Age Ditko. Dude,
I picked up another.
Fantastic is a 9.6. Is that what that says?
wow. Yeah. John Burke.
This is the one I think that in old labels it says Lou Fine cover, and every auction house keeps calling it a Lou Fine cover, I think. And it's not. It's like a Tusca or a Simon or something.
Yeah, Tusca, I think.
Yeah, I keep seeing these being listed as Lou Fine covers on like Comic Link or Heritage or something, and they're not.
That's a Mile High comic.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
White pages.
The color, though, is not, you know, it's a little faded.
You think?
Well, it just, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's just maybe the colors they picked just aren't screaming out there. But looking at all these foxes, maybe it's just something with the foxes. Although these colors look pretty nice. Boom. Oh, yeah. That looks
Phantom
nice.
Lady.
Phantom Lady.
Only $5.
Knights, you always did like your Phantom Lady.
Well, I used to think I was going to get a 17, but yeah, got ways to go. You gotta wait another 10 years till no one cares about Golden Age comics anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'll still be doing this.
Dude, most people won't care. They're going to be buying those freaking Mayflower Compact and Declaration of Independence, dude. That's what they're buying. They're going to be buying that kind of stuff.
Fiction House. How about Fiction House? Boom. Here we go. And we'll sort by... Nah, I won't do that. Hey, some pulps. Fight. Comics. Jumbo. It's the elephant cover. You got it?
What number?
54.
Yes. $23 is the one I don't have of the first 100. Planet One, 700.
Planet One. Yeah, what is that? $700. Yeah, I'd take that. These colors look nice on this one right here. This
Yeah, there's a really good colors on that.
Oh yeah, it's a Mile High.
But that's what I'm saying. When you see these planets, you never see the colors this vibrant. And for the early ones, you can't be too choosy because they're hard to find. The rivet issues, the first 22. But after that, into the 40s and the 50s, the 60s, it's tough to find one with really good color. And even if it's low grade, if it's got really good color, it's a gem because they're so hard to find with good colors.
Another thing about that, you bring up a great point. It's 2020, man. I mean, so you have a shitty ass year, but then you come home and you're surfing the net and you find a freaking cover like that. God damn, it's like biblical. You got to get a bid in.
Yeah.
I'd put some money down on a beautiful cover.
Why don't they just put one more right here? I don't understand why that
comic on there. Yeah.
Is there another page? Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
weird.
It's pretty dumb.
How about those ECs? DS, are you messing around with those ECs, or you kind of do your own?
Because one reason is that they are not rare enough, and from an investment standpoint, I like Golden Age that's on the rare side. I don't like the commons, which is why, honestly, I had some big books that I didn't keep because the rarity just wasn't there for me, like Black Cat 50, Tomb of Terror 15, like that Harvey stuff. They're all over the place. I've had some ECs. I had a Shock 6. I had that Weird Science Fantasy 29, but they're too common. And it's not a knock on the book or anybody who likes them, but for me, I like to have stuff that's a little more rare and hard to find. And it's more of a challenge for me. It's not a challenge to get EC books. Now, if you're collecting high grade like Gaines file copies, that's a challenge to get like 9.0 and up for one of those titles. And I know guys that do it, and it's super impressive. But I can't afford those anyway. And to just pick up like mid-grade ECs, I don't feel like there's much of a challenge, so it doesn't really drive me. That's all. But they're awesome books. I mean, the artists and writers they have are top-notch. It's not the quality, it's just the rarity for me. It's not there.
So what do you think about this? The color
Yeah, I
difference.
mean, that's a perfect example. Although that one looks like it's in an old holder, which doesn't help. But yeah, there's a lot of oranges and purples in Planet Comics that never come through right.
9-4.
All right, 9-4.
Yeah, I think that's just the exposure on that photo because look how light that label looks. Even.
Yep. That's what I do. I like to compare the labels. Look at that blue right there and the blue right there.
Yeah.
It's a little off. Something's off.
Oh, you got the second gen label and the 9-4. 4.5 this newer label.
Yeah, look how dark the 4.5 is, right? That black on the 4.5 and then the black on the 9.4.
Well, the
old scanner.
They did have a lighter. You can't really go by that because let me show you. I've got I'll show you right here. And you can see the difference.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yep. I mean, it's not even really like
let's put that on the big screen.
Oh yeah, big difference.
So yeah, the old labels don't have a black number anyway.
So then you got to try and hope that the blue is the same.
Yeah. And so the old label will be on top.
Oh, look at him! How prepared
the lighter black. See what I'm saying?
Wow,
dude, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. That's for the culture right there, JD.
Look at that.
So the blue on the old ones is darker, and I don't know how good this is coming out, but
it's coming out great. That's awesome.
Yeah, so the old labels have a darker blue, but then the numbers are washed out.
The black on the title looks similar, right?
Yeah.
Like the no, not the top title, like the title, yeah, right in the center.
I mean, the writing, the text is lighter.
It's darker on the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So did you send those off to CBCS?
Well, what I do, Legend, is I save them up, and then I get a stack like this. It's about ready to be, I'll take the CBCS one out, but I'll send all these back to CGC in an envelope so they can fix their census. Now, whether they do or not, I don't know, but I'm doing my part. I will send these all to CGC in an envelope, and hopefully they'll go through and they'll take this 6.0 off the census, and they'll take this 4.5 off the census.
Did you resubmit to CGC, or did you just go ahead and like keep them for raw purposes? Or
no, I resubbed them. They're mostly CPRs. This one was for a friend. It went from a 4.5 to a 5.0.
Mm-hmm.
This one went from a 6.0 to a 7.5.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's cool.
This one went from a 9.6 to a 9.6. Didn't get a bump on that. This went from a 9.0 to an 8.5.
Is it too risky to put the label with the book you're resubmitting?
I just don't like them knowing. I don't know.
Because that is the thing. Then they would know. Yeah, see, I feel you. I don't like them knowing either. I'd resubmit, just save the little slips and send it to them.
Yeah. This one went to a 7.0.
Mm-hmm.
This one went to a 9.8. Champions 1.
What is the there's sometimes some letters on the right side. What does that mean?
I don't see any letters on the right side.
I got one on one of mine. Show it to you.
Okay.
If you show the let me switch this off.
Dude, look at that, dude. Coverless. Okay.
That's where the hologram sticker goes over that. So I don't have letters on any of mine. I think that's probably just an internal marker that's on that paper when they load it into the printer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna send this back in.
No, I would keep that. That's cool as hell.
That's pretty solid.
I got a CBCS one too. So yeah, I mean, I'll send these back into CGC and hopefully they'll adjust the census, especially
keep two of those
because if I crack out a book that only has 30 on the census, and I resub it, I don't want there to be 31 on the census. I want there still
You
only
want accurate numbers.
Should keep those 2 for that color comparison though. Is really good.
Well, I mean, I'll have more. I just cracked open one the other day. I'll have more. I mean, but yeah, we can always reference this video. There you go.
Yeah.
1 hour and 40 minutes. You can see the color comparison.
If I ever want to get super anal about a book where I feel like I can't trust the scan, what I'll do is I'll download the picture and then get another book that has the same type of label or whatever, and then I will keep adjusting in Photoshop the one that I'm thinking of buying to like get the labels to look exactly the same, and then I feel like perhaps that might be the real version of the book, but it's tough to do.
Nice.
Yeah, you could do that.
So we have Spinner.
No, so the thing is we've gone over. We've done the Spinner. Yeah, but we did miss a few weeks, so I'm going through all the old videos, all the old haircuts and t-shirts, and I'm trying to figure out which weeks we missed.
Okay.
And then I'll hit those up, and then I'm sure we can come up with some other cool thing to do too.
Bubs has 7 planets headed to CGC next week.
Nice.
Good luck to you on your grades, my friend. I always like to see when you pull out some of those amazing books you pull out.
I love this cover.
Oh, is that a Buscema triple action? Yes.
I think isn't it this Gil Kane?
On the original, not triple action.
Oh, on the cover, but yeah.
Pretty sure Buscema did the first one. I have that. And the third one.
You might be right.
Yeah, because I like they're reprints, but they're just kick ass because you get them all in one. And there's only
they're new covers.
Yeah,
well, some of them are new covers. Not all.
Second one, you're right. It's Gil Kane.
Gil Kane.
Yeah. Second one was Gil Kane, then Buscema, then Sal Buscema.
Gil Kane is underrated, I think.
Yeah, that's a cool book.
We talk about I just mentioned early before we went on the air that Gil Kane is, he's one of those that I've always loved, and now he's like, when I was talking to Mr. Snyder and everything else, I asked, what's an artist that you don't have a piece of that you're looking for, not Golden Age? And I said Gil Kane.
That's another one I love.
Oh yeah, I mean, Gil Kane's work in those Charlton comics was always good too. Those early working with Kirby and Simon was always fun. But good.
What are you gonna collect, Legend, after you're done with all the Wiz Fawcett stuff?
Dark Shadows.
Pre-code art.
Yeah, I've got some Dark Shadows I still have to buy from that Gold Key series. I don't know. I just do some upgrades here and there and get some cool hardcovers of some Carl Barks action. And
you have
Barnabas Collins.
Costello, Ron? Do you have those, Legend?
Which one?
Abbott and Costello.
I don't have. I think I may have one Abbott Costello. I don't have a lot of those. I have some Three Stooges, and I want to get some more Laurel and Hardy's, but I don't know. It'll all come.
Goes along with that too.
I'm just kind of reading a lot more than I ever have with the digital apps and stuff like that. So those sometimes keep me off of the eBay. So that's a good thing,
Yeah.
A few of these really nice artist, Japanese guy.
I'm in touch with somebody who went to Japan in the 70s, and they brought back a lot of comic stuff in the 70s from Japan, and I'm trying to get some Thors from him they're thick bound, and they open up like animes. But
Oh yeah, I mean
smaller. They're like Reader's Digest size.
these comics right here inspired Miller
Oh,
to do all his ninja stuff. Because these were like this is called Garu or something like that. Garu comics, and it was kind of like a independent. Like there's a lot of blood and a little bit of nudity and but lots of samurai like chopping arms off and stuff, and it's thinner than usual because usually the I mean they can get really thick.
nice.
This
Yeah,
that's
what somebody said. They're huge. Yeah. He said he might want to. He'll be in town. He was supposed to be in town for the con that was canceled, but anyway, you got to do some business stuff here. This week on Friday, we'll be doing the Bat Friday Live. We've got, and there's Jock down there. You can go out. You go to mainframe.comiccon.com, and I'll put that down there in the chat. It's one of the good things is the phenomenal Alex Ross will be joining them, which is
nice.
Explain to you how rare that is. This is his first appearance on YouTube. So
Bat Friday, this Friday. It's not Black Friday, it's Bat Friday. David Finch, Jason Fabak, Clay Mon, and you got your classic. Amy Dallin is going to be there along with Tom King, everyone's favorite strap, and we're talking Jock. He's here to clock. We got Mitch Gerards and Joshua Williamson all here Friday Night Live.
by the great John Suntress.
John Suntress from wordballoon.com, one of the best.
Yep.
I did have one more thing I wanted to show Knights.
Please.
This is in the Comic Link auction.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a coverless.
Yep, the annual.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Nice.
So if you want that, it's on the Comic Link auction. Current bid is $500. And yeah, so there you go.
Here's one for you, DS. You know, I've been veering off on the wild tangent, but you like the dark age.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Little D&D action.
Old school D&D from the 70s.
Yeah, I just recently watched a documentary about the artists involved in D&D.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, name of it. It was really good. I had some really good artists, and the only one I really knew of was Frazetta, who did a little bit, very little, but it's good stuff. Yeah, nice.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, safe Thanksgiving. Enjoyed the time if you can. We'll be back here. Enjoy us and join us again on Bat Friday. Tomorrow night, you got the show that's on here. Yeah, I forget the name of it. But we'll be looking forward to everything else. What do we got?
Oh wait, well, hold on. One guess. I brought out a couple of these.
We're bringing Anthony Snyder back next week, hopefully.
10 years ago. 10 years ago. What do you guess? What should we look up? Batman 1, okay? 10 years ago. What do you guess?
I'm going to say 45K, 45K.
10 years ago, Overstreet was using the numbers.
Yeah, so
using my Apple card and everything else that they gave me. 9.2, I would say 275,000.
Ooh, close. 250.
I was given the benefit of the doubt. Right.
How about a 6-0 or a 5?
And if I go back another 10 years. Yeah, I'm not finding that. It's too much.
Yeah. Actually, it was funny because if you don't know, the Dow Jones hit 30,000 today.
Yeah, it sure did, JB. Woohoo!
Is that good or bad?
I started 2 weeks after I started on the stock exchange floor, which was literally 25 years ago this month. It broke 5,000 my first second of week down there. My money did not 5 times as much. I'll tell you that. Or 6 times as much. It did okay, but I had a lot of women Comics. It's all over there now. So
How about,
that's good stuff.
oh,
Where
you
is
guys-
that? Is that the
Oh,
2000?
Synchronicity.
This is 1980,
All right, 80. What book you want to look up?
and they only have in here. They have good, fine, and mint.
Yeah, that's the ones I remember. Those are the ones I like the most. So what was a very fine? Well, they did a near mint. They had near mint though, right?
Yeah, well, it has good, fine, and mint.
Mint. All right. So a mint Batman 1 in 1980, 35,000.
Not even close.
15,
It's less than a tenth of that.
4,500.
4,500,
2,800.
2,800.
Dude, holy crap.
What was the
And
book?
Cap 1 beats him. Cap 1 is at a 3,000. Oh.
But look up Action 1.
What about Wiz? I'm going to look up that Wiz too.
Action 1 and Mint Action Comics 1, 9,200.
I was going to say 10. So
We need like a DeLorean, dude.
Imagine the like
The
crazy restoration that was going on back then that you wouldn't know about. Oh man.
And then you get something that's new back then, like the Hulk 181.
Hulk 181 was probably $20, if that.
I mean, that was only 6 years old at the time. I don't know. Let's see. I love when you're looking through here. You're used to seeing like 2 pages of issues, and then you get to one of these, and it's like one column because all those other issues don't exist yet.
Yeah.
5,000 for Wiz.
Dude.
So that was higher than Cap, higher than Bat. You could almost get a Cap and a Batman for one Wiz.
Yeah, you know, Wiz, man, it's just outsold Batman and Superman and stuff, you know?
Incredible Hulk. Yeah, so for Incredible Hulk, they only have this little section.
And it's all is it all the first 5?
Here, this is Hulk. That's it.
Okay.
And for 181, they have it a mint copy, $3.75.
Nice.
But then 10 years later, the 20th,
Right. That,
90,
that was 90. They still didn't use numbers yet, right?
right? It says good, fine, and near mint. So they backed off the mint.
Right.
But the first appearance of Wolverine, and this was when I got my first one. Near mint was 181, was $200.
Nice.
So you could get a decent copy for $50 at the time.
I'm gonna say my Journey 83 was $400,
Ooh.
and that wasn't the only book I bought that day. I remember I spent $400, and because it was like one of my early paychecks, bonus paychecks from like I was working at Woolworth, and I went to Cosmic Comics and bought it. Yeah, I was working at Woolworth in New York. They don't even exist anymore.
Damn, that Wiz went up to 18K for that 10 years.
There's the other number on the price guide.
Bet that Batman went up though too. Because this was after that movie, yeah, Batman, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Keaton. Burke.
I'm Batman.
We should do that one time. Break out some Overstreets, and we'll have.
I have almost all of them.
So let's do 80, 90, 2000, 2020. All right. Overstreet. And then do the last sale. Look at that.
Dude,
Captain.
that thing's just freaking clean, man.
That is a
It's just so crisp. It's so clean. They spelt interior properly this time. And man, it's got the desk on the back. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And that's Master Comics 21. It's a damn good book.
All right. We're gonna wrap
Wiz
it
is
up.
still a winner in 1990 over Batman.
Yeah, we'll do that. We should do that coming up. We'll do a look collecting through time.
But right now, wait, last question.
Yes.
If a Wiz, so that Batman, what is 9.6? That new one? That come out?
9.4.
9.4. So if there was a Wiz 9.4, would that be worth more than the Batman?
Now,
Yeah.
I don't think he has a collectability of him. Probably not.
I would
Yeah.
think it should be though.
It
Yeah.
should be, because I always say I see a lot more Batman
Should
ones
be
than I
very
do see
close.
the Wiz.
It should be, but the thing about it is, in your heart, you know he's your guy, and if he doesn't come out first, you know he may be getting second fiddle or something like that. But the great thing is, take advantage of the second fiddle and get a good deal on a book. Pay it low before the character gets too popular. Go ahead and just buy it because you're buying your favorite character. So buy your favorite character, and then bam, 2 or 3 movies hit. And then you're up your stock with a good movie.
I'd be surprised if there even was a 9.4 Wiz.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Doctor Strange. All right, everybody. Have a good Thanksgiving. Hope everybody enjoys themselves. Be safe. Hope to see you all next week. Oh, we'll see a couple more comments in the chat, and it's all us. Kachung, very nice. Yeah, 9.4 was the gold standard. Yeah. You're right. It was. So by the way, I meant to ask you, Legend, who's your favorite guy who portrayed Barnabas Collins?
It's got to be old school. Jonathan Frid is my all-time favorite.
It's a good one.
That's the first one. The Ben Cross from the 90s version, it was pretty good.
I like Ben Cross.
Yeah, Ben Cross, the 90s version was really good. I mean, I wish it could have went longer, but they had the old Desert Storm action going on. It was kind of hard to keep viewers into it, but but I got to go Jonathan Frid though, just because he was the original, freaking awesome.
Well, thank you all for being a friend. Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for being a friend.